Types of information systems. Information systems part 3. In this section, today I'm going to discuss with you about the types of information systems available. So we discussed in the previous part that information system is a system which would take inputs and then do the processing and give some kind of output to the external world. So the first type of information system which we are going to discuss is automated system. So these systems are the systems which just does not need any kind of human interaction. So they can work on their own. They are the automatic systems. So they do have sensors in order to grab the sensations from the environment, and then also they can produce output automatically. They can be either fully software-based systems as well as some kind of embedded systems in the hybrid versions with software as well as hardware together. So in those cases, they will have hardware actuators as well. So these automated systems are mostly for specific tasks. So they are to perform only an allocated task. So this automated system is a combination of both hardware as well as software, and they do not need any kind of human interaction to act upon. Some examples for automated systems can be known as fully automatic washing machine, automatic air conditioner units, etc. The next type of information systems which we are going to discuss is office automation system. So these types of systems, which are also known as OAS, is used by an organization or an office in order to carry out their day-to-day activities. So these systems can be used instead of manual systems in order to increase the productivity of the clerical workers and the knowledge workers as well, and also to enhance communications in the workplace. Word processing applications where we need used to type documents, email applications necessary for communication, database management applications where we can keep the data storing, and also multimedia systems in which are used in the communication are some examples of office automation systems. Transaction processing systems, the third type, also known as TPS. In transaction processing systems, these systems are used in order to process data which are the results from some kind of business transactions. So in any kind of business organization, there are transactions happening. Maybe the monetary transactions or human transactions, financial transactions, any kind of transactions in the day-to-day basis. In order to process these day-to-day transactions, these TPS systems are used. So the definition for transaction is any business-related exchange, such as a payment to employees, sales to customers, payment to suppliers, cash withdrawn from an ATM, but any kind of transaction is a transaction which can be processed using a TPS system. So the main objective of TPS is to provide transactions in order to update records and generate reports. So what is the main property is that they would take some kind of transactions which are happening in the day-to-day basis into consideration, and they will use these things to generate some kind of short-term reports. For an example, some kind of daily report, maybe the daily expenditure, daily income, daily sales, daily stock report. Likewise, in a short period of time, they are making the reports based on the transactions happen. So these kinds of TPS systems are used in an organization at the operation level or the bottom level employees. The general employees are using these systems. So either the TPS system can be a batch processing system or else it can be an online transaction processing system. Some examples are billing systems, payroll systems, top management systems, maybe attendance systems. There are many more. The next level or the next type of information system is management information system, or we simply call it as MIS. MIS or management information system is a system which takes the output from the TPS, the daily reports generated by the TPS, and process them in order to make a summarized report, maybe some kind of a long term or a medium term. They will collect the daily attendance report from the TPS, which is the output, and then they will collect them via a period of a month, and then they will create some kind of summary reports about a person's attendance in a particular month. Likewise, these management information systems provide an organization services in this tactical level, what we call tactical level as the low level and middle level managers. So the first hierarchy is the workers, then the next one is the low level and middle level managers who are managing the workers. So MIS system supports those managers in order to manage them by taking some reports into actions which are created by the system. The next thing is the examples for the MIS reports can be summary reports, on-demand reports, ad hoc reports, exception reports. So examples for MIS are some sales management system, human resource management system. So they will have some kind of a short period of time like a month, not date, along for the managers to use. They will create reports. In the decision support system, the next one, these systems provide information for the people who are taking decisions in an organization. So we call them, the DSA serves the organization at the strategic management level. That means the top level managers, maybe the directors in the board of directors, who are taking important decisions for the organization based on like annual reports. So output of MIS is taken as the input to the DSS. Examples can be financial planning systems, bank loan management systems, likewise. The next type is executive support system. Executive support system is the information system for the top level, the most top level of the managers in an organization. Basically, the owners of the organizations may be the presidents, managing directors, like the highest level managers in the hierarchy. These systems will help them. So they will use the output from the ESS and they will analyze data systematically and they will prepare some kind of reports, mostly the forecasting reports. These managers, the top level people, can observe the output reports from the ESS in order to foresee what will happen in the future, maybe 5 or 10 years from today. They will use the reports from the current records and then they will create some kind of predictions for the upcoming period of time. So the advantages of ESS are, it is easy for upper level executives to use. So they can analyze trends. They can observe what happened, the patterns happened in past, and they can predict what will happen in future. And also they will help the upper level executives in the decision-making process. They will help to identify company's performance, whether it is increasing or decreasing, and easily such that the top level managers, they can take actions accordingly. So here is a simple comparison of the four systems, TPS, MIS, DSS, and ESS, which is used by the hierarchy in an organization. So TPS is used by employees, the workers. Then they use the daily routine transactions in the TPS system. The output from the TPS system is used as the input to the MIS. Input to the DSS is the output of the MIS. So TPS works at operational level, the normal workers, MIS at the tactical level, the low level and middle level managers, DSS at the top level managers, the directors and all. And the executive level is like the highest hierarchy, president, vice presidents, managing directors and all. So next, the next type of information systems you need to learn is expert systems. An expert system replaces human expertise of a particular field. Human expert is a person who have a very deep knowledge about a particular subject area. For example, when we consider doctors, the normal doctors working in the hospitals, they are having a knowledge about diseases in a broad range. But when we go for the consultants, these doctors, they have specialized in a particular area. A doctor specialized in skin diseases, we call him as a dermatologist. In this, if he is specialized in surgeries, he is a surgeon. Likewise, if a person, there are several persons in the world who have expertise in a particular field. But the thing is, when we consider the number of people, it's really less. The expert peoples in different particular areas. So if we can formulate those knowledge of the experts into an information systems, then it is easy for the people. So X system is a knowledge-based information system which helps and acts as an expert consultant in a specific area to the users who are using the expert systems. For an example, automated medical diagnosis system, we can use it such that we can give our symptoms to the system, and system will see what are the available records, what are based on the previous knowledge, and they can formulate some kind of predictions based on the expert knowledge. They can infer some results based on it. So that is how an expert system works. So this is the diagram. So there is a user. So user has no knowledge, no expert knowledge. He just gives some inputs. Then through the user interface of the information system, then there's a rules engine and the knowledge base. So the knowledge base, the knowledge is stored by an expert in that field. The expert gives all his knowledge to the knowledge base. Then based on the predicates and knowledge in the knowledge base, rules engine will infer what is necessary based on the input of the user and then give the advice to the user through the user interface. So this is the basic form happening in an expert system. The next one is process control system. Process control system is an information system basically used in kind of factories or manufacturing processes, maybe in a production plant. So they are almost the embedded or hybrid systems where they help the factory processes or the manufacturing processes. For example, automatic assembly lines, food manufacturing plants, cement manufacturing plants. So these systems can automate or do the manufacturing process with less human interventions. Next one is geographical information system. So simply we call it as GIS. These GIS systems also can be the software or the hardware and software both. They are made for capturing, storing, displaying, updating, manipulating, and analyzing spatial data. Spatial data, or we also call it as geospatial data, geographic information. These data are any type of data that indirectly or either directly we can refer an specific geographical location or an area. So location-based information is spatial data. So in the GIS is a computer-based tool which can take spatial data, examines the data, and find the relationships, patterns, and trends in geography in order to do some specific tasks. For example, spatial data through the GIS systems can be used to create maps. So these maps, they will create using satellite images, the locations, and some kind of climatic changes happened the previous days, and they are made such that they can predict climate changes, natural disasters, and population growth in geographical areas. In the same way, when some kind of epidemic spreads, these GIS systems can be used to predict where the epidemic will go, maybe in next week, next month, or during the next year. So the users and applications for GIS systems are first one, the environment conservationists. The people who are concerned about environment, they use the GIS systems to predict the knowledge on climatic changes, then maybe for the groundwater studies, and also they can use these to study the impact, to assess the impact after some kind of natural disaster. Likewise, the military and defense in the field, GIS are used for location intelligence based, and also the logistic management and spy satellites. They can be used to find where the spies are, and also what is the best route if they are transporting some kind of military items. Likewise, in the agriculture field, farmers can use GIS systems to find which season is best for farming, which soil is good for which crops, crop productivity increasing, and the other farming related activities. For the public safety, GIS can be used in order to show and spread of disease or disaster response, or even how the public health is distributed in the world. Likewise, the next system is knowledge management system, or KMS. Knowledge management system has a range of practices in an organization in order to identify, create, represent, distribute, and enable the adoption of insight and experience. Those insights and experience means they are having knowledge, maybe about some organizational processes and practices. So they help to improve the performance, share knowledge, and facilitate innovation in an organization. So examples can be research and insight libraries, online community forums, learning management systems, which will help the people who need knowledge to acquire them using this KMS system, content management system, or CMS. These content management systems are the systems which allow publishing, editing, and modifying content. That means the CMS acts as a central repository for content. This content can be either textual data, documents, movies, pictures, scientific data, or anything. So in case of CMS, they are creating, storing, retrieving, publishing, and searching the content. These are the functions of CMS system. And we can use CMS to secure the privacy of the content. Like we can ensure the integrity and accuracy of the content. That means only one user can modify some kind of content at a time. And security can be used, given like the authorizations and all. And then paper-based content can be converted into digital format as well. Examples are WordPress, Joomla, and Drupal. Next one. enterprise resource plan. And the next system is enterprise resource planning systems or ERPS. ERPS is a type of software used by an organization as well. They are also used in order to manage the day-to-day business activities. Like it is like a suite which includes like everything necessary for an organization, with the performance management, planning, budget predicting, reporting, financial results. So everything under one place. The advantages are it can be used to forecast accurately on the productivity and the efficiency of an department. Or if we are integrating several departments together, we can use this to forecast how it's going. And also, with as the ERP system is for the entire process of an organization, the system can be used to have a precise top-down view of the organization. Examples can be Oracle ERP Cloud, NetSuite ERP, Acumatica, likewise. The next system is smart systems. Smart system is a system which gets the sensors, actuations, controls, and everything into one in order to make some decision based on the current data and predict something in order to take some kind of smart actions. So, for example, when we think about a smart office environment, maybe the office environment, everything is connected through some kind of wireless media or wired media. Then one person in the place can use the system to act smartly. So here is an image about the smart office environment. So there's a PC and it's connected to the security cam, the sensors, air conditioner, coffee machine, some kind of smartphone. So all these machines are connected. So if a person needs to see the security footage of a place in the office, he can use his smartphone. Through this smart office environment, he can access the security camera. In the same time, while he is doing some task, he can use his mobile phone and ask the coffee machine to create a coffee for him. Then, once it is created, he will be notified through the phone. He can quickly go and grab the coffee rather than wasting time in order to wasting time waiting for making a coffee. Even the air conditioner temperature can be changed in a smart way. So the smart systems are used to help people in the day-to-day activities in an autonomous manner such that they can smartly use every connected device